Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Caitlin. If you have not been here before, this is only my second video. Today I'm going to be doing a tattoo tour. Some of you may know that I have over 11 tattoos. It depends if you count some of these like individually or if you count them together, but I would count them together. But I have 11 tattoos total, and they all have their own meaning. So I will go into depth in this video about what the meaning behind them is, and why I got them, and when I got them, and everything about them, and all that. So this is gonna be fun. Join in and let's have some fun. So my first tattoo I got in 2020, and it's actually drawn by myself. I knew from the time that my grandmother passed away in 2015 that I wanted to get a tattoo, and then my grandfather followed my grandmother, my great-grandmother followed, and I had lots of aunts and uncles that in between as well. And I always told myself I wanted to get a tattoo that represented my family, my friends, everybody that I loved and cared about, living and dead. And I also wanted to do something towards like my dogs that I've had in the past as well. So I drew something myself, and I will show you. It's a little bit hard to show, but it is angel wings and paw prints, as well as a heart with an infinity sign. So the heart and the infinity I drew myself, the paw prints I drew myself, and the wings I actually had my artist draw, so she added a bit more detail. Her name was Emily, but I do not know what her Instagram or her channel or any of her contact information is anymore, because I do not think she's at the studio that I went to. But this is all hand drawn, all created by me basically, and this represents my whole family. My second tattoo is a little bit easier to show. It is actually this panda bear on my arm. So the little panda is holding a stick of bamboo because pandas eat bamboo. And actually the reason why I got this was, there were a couple of reasons. It was kind of a revenge tattoo on my ex. But it was also because my favorite stuffed animal is my panda bear. I've had him since I was a baby. He was actually my brother's first, and then I made him into mine. I stole him from my brother, so he is now mine, and he has slept with me every single night, pretty much, since I was very little. So if you actually look close enough, there's the semicolon. So if you don't know what the semicolon means in tattoos, or just in general, the semicolon is for mental health and suicide and all that kind of stuff. So that's what that is for, because I do suffer with mental health issues. So that's my own little secret meaning behind that. And I got this back in 2024. Yeah, 2024. Yep, May. My third tattoo is one of my favorite tattoos, and actually probably took the longest to do, but it is of, it's hard to show. It's of a daffodil, baby's breath, and a rose. So the rose is my brother's birth flower of June. Baby's breath is just my favorite flower. And the daffodil is me, my mom, and my dad's birth flower, which is in March. And the watercolor, as you can see, is just to add some color, add some depth, as well as these little like spots right here, over here and here. They're scattered throughout. This is cute because it's shaped like a little heart. But this is one of my big favorite tattoos. Probably took the longest. Very different, very unique. I got the idea for the watercolor from my aunt because she has paw print tattoos on her leg with the watercolor, and I wanted something different, and this was my first colored tattoo. It took about, I want to say 5 to 6 hours, probably close to 5.5 hours to do in one sitting, and then I had to come back for a second sitting. But again, when people do see it, they do compliment it, but it's not as popular as some of my other tattoos. So there's another tattoo. So my 4th, 5th, and 6th tattoos, I actually got all together. So my 4th one was my great grandma's handwriting. So this was a birthday card for me for, I think, my 16th birthday when she was around. Not many people have great grandparents. I was very lucky that I got to have mine up until I was around 16 years old, and she was very close to me. We were very, very close, and we were best friends. So this was very important to me that I got her handwriting on me for the rest of my life. So it says, "Lots of love, yours, Gigi." And I placed that on my left arm up top. So as you can see, it's just plain, it's just black. But this is probably one of my all-time favorite tattoos. And then my next tattoo that I got that day, because yes, I got 3 in one day, I got the goose. So I'm covering up the other goose because that's a different one. But I got this goose the same day as the lots of love one. This one is for my grandfather, which happens to be my great grandmother's son, my mom's father. This is for my grandfather because he loves watching the geese in the sky when they fly down to Florida, and they come back every year and leave every year. So that was dedicated to him. He's not dead, he's still alive, but this was just a memorial piece, so when he does go, I have him with me. And then my 6th tattoo is actually on my hip. So it's my crab. And I got this in red because crabs are usually red. And I actually forgot to mention that I got this seahorse when I got my leg piece. So this was also with my leg piece. So actually this was 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then this was 4th. But this one was just because my boyfriend has a boat, and we love going on the boat, and my favorite thing to do is look for the crabs at the marina, and then I just like seahorses, so I thought, why not just do a seahorse and a crab. My next tattoo I actually got in January of this year, so it is this very long, very big lavender piece. It goes all the way around my arm. So I originally wanted to do this all the way up my arm, but because I have this and I have the panda, it would be very difficult to wrap this all the way around because they are in the way. And of course, when I originally got these two, I didn't think about the lavender because I didn't know that I wanted the lavender quite yet. So I didn't really plan on the placement of those too well. But the lavender is for my great grandmother, so again, it goes with the handwriting one. My great grandmother was a big fan of lavender. She always gave me lavender to keep in my room. She planted it and grew it and gave it to me. So I also have a giant lavender bush out in my front yard. So I got lavender for her. And this is probably one of my favorite pieces, probably the one I get most compliments on because it is the biggest one. Most people see it, whether I'm at work, home, outside in general, whatever. It is my probably highest complimented one and my favorite one, besides the handwriting. But this was number 7. So in March of this year, I actually went with my best friend to go get a tattoo of her own, touched up, and I felt kind of left out. So I decided, why not? We'll get a quick tattoo. So I have a cousin. He's more of a family friend that I grew up with. I grew up with his family and he actually passed away in a car accident a couple of years ago, and he was just about 25 years old. He was young, and as I said, we grew up together. I wasn't super close with him, but I felt really bad when he passed, and it kind of hit close to home because my brother's around the same age as him, so it was very heartbreaking. So I actually decided to get, it's hard to show, but it's a 4 and a football because he played for Austin and he was a football player. So his mom always posts on Instagram, shout out to her, for Stin, which is for Austin. So this is my 8th one. This is for him, which, if you can't tell, it does need to go get a touch up. I am due for a touch up very soon, like next weekend. So I'm not gonna be doing that, but this one's cute. Then for my 9th tattoo, I actually got something on my back because my best friend kind of inspired this. She's got a back tattoo that her boyfriend did for her because he's a tattoo artist. So I kind of was like, I kind of want a back tattoo. So I went and got one. Can't fully see it, but it says, "Be your own kind of beautiful." This is probably a better picture of it. But that is my mom's handwriting. So again, I usually do family related pieces. People that I care about a lot. Close family members, friends, things like that. Pets, all that. So that was for my mom. That was number 9. I got that the weekend just before July 4th, actually, this year. So that one's still pretty fairly new. Then last but not least, my 10th tattoo. Which you're probably thinking, well, how's that 10 if you got another goose and you've got the bluebird? Well, let me explain. I count this as 1, even though I got them at 2 separate times. And then this is counted as 1 because it is the same thing, basically. So I got this one done first in the same day as these. This also goes along with the goose for my grandfather, so they're both meaningful for my grandfather. I just wanted it to look like they were flying, so that's why I got a second one, because I wasn't completely happy with the first one. I like it, but I really wanted something to like look like it was flying away. And then the bluebirds are for my grandmother on my mom's side. So my grandma, my grandpa, my grampy. The bluebirds are for my grandma, because she loves blue jays, and every day she sits out looking for bluebirds. And so I decided, well, the bluebirds on me, and she won't have to look any further because they're right here. So this is for her and this is for him, and they will be with me forever, flying away. So, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching this video, hopefully somebody, I would appreciate the views. That is my tattoo tour. I have 10 or 11 tattoos total, close to, it's like between 10 and 11. It depends on what you count, really, as separate ones, same ones, whatever. I would count them as 10. So just alone this year, I've gotten over 6 tattoos, which is crazy. I have a slight addiction. I do really enjoy it. And I do have a high tolerance for the pain because I sat through the entire leg tattoo almost all in one sitting, but I did have that done in two sittings. This one was the lavender one I got done in one sitting. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, that's all there is. I do really want to get more tattoos. I have at least 2 more tattoos planned with both my best friends. So shout out to them. They're my best friends for life. One that I've known for over 10 years, and the other one I've known for over a year, as long as I've known my boyfriend. So we each have our plans, and when they come around and we decide to get that done. Maybe I'll film a video or something and share it. So bye bye, have a good day.